Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. I am Coach Steele, and you're here with Coach Steele's Finance Training, and we are back for a quick financial literacy conversation on today. We're going to do a quick sound check, and we're going to get right down to business. Training, and we are back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be talking about nudge marketing and figure out what nudge marketing is. How does it apply to you? And so I am coming from the point that nudge marketing works, and you have to understand why it works and how it works and how it affects you. And we'll talk about that on today. And as you come on in the room, make sure you do greet me and also tell me, where you're listening in from, whether it's Georgia or another state, what your location is as well. So how many people, as you listen in on today, how many people know what nudge marketing is? Put some festive music in the background for y'all as you listen in on today, and we talk about nudge marketing. As you come on in the room, make sure you greet me, tell me good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you are currently located. Look forward to talking to you on today about this subject and having a conversation about what nudge marketing is. Does it work? Is it effective? And how it affects you personally as well. Now, of course, most of you are used to seeing me go live about 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone. So usually I go live in the morning, but this morning I had a prior engagement, awesome opportunity. I was speaking to some young high school students, 9th through 12th grade. And as we were talking to them, we had an opportunity to talk to them about financial literacy on a number of different levels, from basic budgeting to talking to them about home ownership, talking to them about investing in different types of assets, being aware of credit cards, being aware of debt, understanding the benefits of compound interest. So that's what I was doing this morning during my normal time, was talking to young people about financial literacy. And it was an awesome turnout. Got to meet a lot of great young people who have a lot of potential and promise going for them moving forward in their future. So having that opportunity to pour into young people about financial literacy and the importance of managing their money, they really retain that information. They grab hold of it. They are very responsive with asking questions about their finances and what steps to take next. So a lot of those young people are going to be multimillionaires based off of the information they received and what they're actually going to apply to their real-time life. So anyway, as we move forward today and we continue our conversation about nudge marketing, I want to show you an article that will really help you when it comes to understanding what nudge marketing is and how it can potentially affect you as well. And let me connect my Bluetooth. We'll get this party started. So I definitely appreciate you tuning in. Like I mentioned before, I am Coach Steele, and you're here at Coach Steele's Finance Training. And here at Coach Steele's Finance Training, what I want you to do is continue to tune in, whether you're listening on Facebook or whether you're listening in on YouTube. I want to make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, because if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, then as I put out content, as I put out information, you will always get those updates. You will always get that content as it comes in. Some videos that I post, I do not post to Facebook, but all videos that I post and make about financial literacy, I put them all on the YouTube channel. So I don't want you to miss out on that great content because you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel. So make sure you go to Coach Steele's Finance Training and subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. Any questions, comments, or thoughts before we move forward? please write them in the comment section. I'll be sure to interact and connect with you as we go through this process. And also, as the holidays are coming up, that's why I want to discuss nudge marketing, so you can really understand what's going on out there and how to maneuver through it to get what you need to get versus what you shouldn't get as we discuss nudge marketing. Another thing I want you all to remember, that we are getting close to building up the YouTube channel and the number of subscribers that are on the YouTube channel. And we are about 20 subscribers away from giving away some funds. So keep that in mind as well, that in about 20 more plus subscribers, I will be doing another $50 giveaway in regards to that. So keep that in mind. We're getting very, very close. So if you have friends, family, people that you know that might be interested in financial literacy, make sure that they go and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Coach Skills Finance Training. Good morning to you, Miss Cody. Miss Cody, do you know what nudge marketing is? Have you ever heard of that phrase of nudge marketing? Do you have an idea of what it is? Does anybody have an idea of what nudge marketing is? It's very interesting, and we see it all the time. We see nudge marketing all the time, every single day. If you use any social media platform, if you watch TV, if you answer the phone, you see nudge marketing and you hear it every single day. All right. So as we get into it, I'll explain to you what it is. I'll show you the article that I read. Like I said, make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. I am going to share my screen. And as I share my screen, we're going to go over what nudge marketing is. Also, if you are new or haven't been listening in, I've been telling everyone to get a high yield interest savings account. If you don't know a good high yield interest savings account, then there's one in the description box. So when we get off today, set up a high yield interest savings account, click the link, set up the account, deposit at least $50 in the savings account within the first 14 days, and you will get a free $25. It's free money. Take the $25 out and do whatever you want with it. You know, you don't have to leave it in there. You can take the free money and put it in the car for gas, or you can use it to buy a Christmas gift, or you can leave it there and build up your savings faster with the high yield interest savings account at potentially 4% or higher. So keep that in mind as well. So Miss Cody says, it's for her first day hearing about this, and she says, I sure will do this. That's probably in regards to the high yield interest savings account. Definitely do it. And once you click the link and you set up that high yield interest savings account, let me know, Miss Cody, and then put $50 in the savings account. In a few days, you should get that free $25. But there are other ways to make more money that they have off of that. I think I'm gonna click off this Christmas music because I kind of don't like it right now. Yeah, it's just not my vibe. I'm trying, but they doing something weird here. I don't like it. So let me do something different. Whew. Christmas music had too much going on. All right. So now I will tell you this too. Once you set up that account, if you want to put your direct deposits there from whatever job you work, you can. If you do, then they'll give you like a minimum, maybe like another $50, but you can make up as high as an extra $300. And then once you set up the account, you can be an affiliate with that bank where you can share your affiliate link as well. And as an affiliate, you can be compensated as well. So it's pretty cool because not only, it's your first day hearing about nudge marketing is what you meant. Okay. And so once you do become an affiliate of the bank, it's like now you're banking, but you also can make money and grow with this business. Sometimes we recommend certain brands and companies to different people, and there's no compensation for it. But when you use this link, there's compensation for you for recommending and using a certain brand. So that's the beautiful benefit there. Most banks don't allow you that opportunity to grow financially with them. All right. So when we get into nudge marketing, the last thing I mentioned was I was going to share my screen. So let's dive into this. Screen share. Nudge marketing. And I appreciate everybody who's tuned in on today. And you'll be able to see as we go through this, why companies, why brands use nudge marketing, the benefits of it all. There we go. All right. Let's see what y'all see on y'all's end. So when we look at it, it's saying that what is nudge marketing? At its core, the base of it, nudge marketing is about influencing decisions without overt persuasion. It's like guiding someone gently along a path without them even noticing you're doing it. And so if you're an entrepreneur, if you have your own business, this will actually be beneficial for you to learn how to use as well in your own business, but also understand what businesses may be doing to you so that you can make better decision making when you purchase things. So keep in mind, as we go this, you're going to purchase something, but while you're purchasing it, you'll be able to make solid decisions in the process. Rooted in behavioral science, there's a lot of science and psychology behind this. Nudge marketing leverages psychological principles to subtly guide choices. No hard sell required. And so if you're ever trying to sell yourself, your business, I usually have a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners listening in. This will help you get more sales, but also as we go into the holiday seasons, right? This will also help you not to overspend money based off of behavioral and psychological things that may be going on in the process. So through nudge marketing, are different businesses and brands able to get your money and make more sales in the month of December? The big difference between nudge and traditional marketing is that nudging works behind the scenes to guide decisions. It's not upfront, it's not obvious, it's not direct, it's subliminal. While traditional marketing is more direct and forceful, often relying on persuasion or incentives. But how exactly does nudge work, and why do they lead to high conversion rates? So as you're listening in on today, if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner, you can write in entrepreneur, business owner, self-employed, whatever that is, you can write that status in on today, because you can use nudge marketing as well as learning to be aware of it and the science behind it. And there's different ways to use nudge marketing to your advantage. Nudge marketing draws heavily from behavioral economics, a discipline that helps us understand why people sometimes make irrational decisions, especially in this month of December. This is what I want to deal with today. Through nudge marketing, used properly, it can cause a lot of people to make irrational financial decisions in the marketplace because of how effective this is. And so you have to have your antennas on and be aware of what we're talking about today. We don't want to make irrational financial decisions. People are often influenced by emotions, biases, and unconscious habits. There's habits you might not be aware of. And nudging taps into these tendencies without significantly altering their economic incentive. And so all we have to do through nudge marketing is tap into tendencies, and there's not much you have to alter. Now, you might be familiar with behavioral science principles like choice architecture, the art of structuring choices in a way that makes the right option more appealing. So that's something different. But when we look at nudge marketing, there's a gentleman named Richard and another one named Cass. When we look at Richard and Cass, the two behavioral economists who won the Nobel Prize for their work in this area, in other words, the research worked and they got awarded, their book Nudge, Improving Decisions About Health, Wealth, and Happiness. popularized by the idea of using small pushes to encourage better decision making. And so those guys are known for that book. So let's dive into here a little bit more. How does nudges work in marketing? So they have to get into the head of the consumer. So us with the money, when we go buy things, how does it work? Humans don't always make rational decisions. In fact, we often make choices based on biases and emotions. Nudging takes advantage of this by guiding decisions in a way that feels natural and even beneficial to the consumer. So I can nudge you as a brand owner, as someone who has a company, as someone who has a good or service that wants you to spend their money. I can use this nudging strategy, take advantage of this by guiding decisions in a way, and it'll feel natural to you, and it'll feel like it's beneficial to you, the consumer, thereby streamlining the decision-making process. Now, let's look at how it happens. There's a few psychological factors that nudging leverages. One of them, loss aversion. People feel the pain of losing something more acutely than the pleasure of gaining it. What does that mean? If I can make you feel like you're going to lose something as opposed to what you're going to gain, that is what you will dive to. That is what you'll be pulled to more. That pain will cause you to move more than the feeling of gain. Very interesting. By presenting an offer as a limited time discount, you can make the risk of losing out feel more urgent. And that's how they get us to spend money. We feel like we'll miss out on a deal. How many people have ever heard a loved one, a friend, family member, spouse say, but it was on sale. It was on sale for the next 10 days. And after 10 days from now, it's going to go back up at regular price. I can get it at a discount. How many people have ever heard someone say that before? Loss aversion. They felt more pain of losing something more acutely than the pleasure of gaining. So because it was presented as a limited time discount, mentally, psychologically, they wanted to go get that thing. That's loss aversion. So now when we look at anchoring, here's another psychological factor that nudging leverages. Can you imagine that certain things that affect you psychologically, brands, companies, organizations are taking nudging and leveraging those psychological factors to get money from you? Now, of course, if you're someone where your finances are under control, if you're someone where your finances, you're perfectly comfortable, you're in a good place, and you can spend extra during these holiday seasons, then some of this may not apply to your situation. But if you need to improve on your budget and be cautious and careful with your spending habits, this is something, and this conversation will be able to help you greatly with your habits that you have and how you handle your finances and your spending. Now, anchoring. This is the tendency to rely too heavily on the first piece of information, the anchor. And let's think about what an anchor is. When someone's on a boat and they throw the anchor, it allows for you to anchor down, hunker down. It allows you to get lower. You throw that anchor and it drops down deeper. And so when you're anchored, you feel more comfortable. You feel more confident that you're in a safe place. You're not going anywhere, in a sense. So when we look at the anchor, when making decisions, for example, let's look at the price. Showing was $99. Now it's $49. The price tag makes the $49 seem like a great deal, even if the item is still priced higher than it should be. So this is pretty interesting here when we look at this. When we look at the anchoring effects there. Let's see, let me take that off. And has anyone ever seen this before? the anchoring where they say it was $59.99, now it's $25.99. And so they take something off of the price. When they anchor it down, they hunker down lower, you feel like you're getting a deal, so now you go buy that thing. Well, the example here is saying, just because it was was priced at $99, and now that it's $49, two things here. You still might be overpaying for it. They can just tell you it was $99 just to get you to pay the $49 that they wanted you to pay in the first place. So you have to look at that sometimes just because you see the drop or the discount doesn't mean that it's a deal. That's the first thing. You have to know that it probably wasn't a deal. And number two, just because it's a great deal, let's say it is a great deal and it was less than what it normally is that something you should be buying? Is it a need? Is it a want? If you purchase this thing, are you going outside of your budget to get something that you have no business getting right now? And could you wait till later? Or did the anchoring psychological effects cause you to go reach for this thing? Now, of course, as a business owner, you can use anchoring in your strategy to sell your goods, services, or yourself as well. When I say sell yourself, I mean as far as your services you provide for your legal business. When you combine these cognitive biases with subtle nudges, you can gently guide customers toward desired actions like making a purchase, signing up for an email list, or adding an item to their cart without forcing their hand. Now, of course, a company that we see all the time where you may add an item to your cart, Amazon. Amazon is great at that. When you scroll through Amazon and you're looking at what to buy, they always have some type of sale or advertising or something popping up at a better discounted rate. So they are constantly using loss aversion and anchoring during that strategy. Now, 5 types of nudge marketing techniques. So we're bringing awareness to what we will see out there. And when we see this, we can identify and make better decisions when we are out there shopping, whether it's online or whether it's in the store. Default options, that's number 1. This is one of the most powerful nudges around. Instead of asking consumers if they want to join membership, if they want to join a membership or subscribe to a service, you automatically enroll them. Default, you're enrolled by default. This technique capitalizes on default biases, which make it more likely that they'll stay in the program because it's easier than opting out. And so sometimes they will opt you into something and give you a free trial. And once you opt in, you're least likely to call and cancel it. By the time you call and cancel, a year or two is going by. Has anybody ever had a subscription to something and they just kept the subscription because they started it, but they don't even know why they never canceled it? It just kept going. Like some people have Planet Fitness memberships, which is great. You want to be healthy. But then if you're not using the membership and you still have it going, are you going to go to the gym or are you going to just keep telling yourself you're going to go? That's one example. And so their example here, subscription services like Netflix or Amazon Prime often offer a free trial with the default option set to auto renewal. Most people don't bother canceling. And so now you're paying that subscription for 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and you never canceled it, and they're making tons of money while meanwhile you're not using that subscription to your advantage. And so that's the default option there. That's one of them. Another example is when e-commerce websites offer multiple sizes of the same product and the default option is already selected for you. So then you don't have to overthink it. And this is just an example here. They already have a standard size, default. So now you're saying, okay, I don't know what size to get. Well, they take the thinking out of it for you here. This is the standard. This is exactly what you need to start off with. Next is social proof. Now, this one's pretty interesting. We see social proof all the time. Humans are social creatures, and we love to know that others are doing what we're doing or about to do, or we want to know what other people are doing so that we can do it as well. Social proof uses testimonials, reviews, and user-generated content to reassure potential customers that others have made a similar choice and it worked out great. That's why companies love reviews. That's why we have Better Business Bureau and Trustpilot, so that people can leave their experience on the digital for you to be able to go back and see, should I do this? Did it work out? So social proof, proof of concept. And so you've probably seen over 1,000 happy customers. And so as you see that, there's some examples on here, or say best-selling item banners on website. And it'll show you what the bestseller items are. And so now you're saying, oh, well, okay, if the majority, if the masses are doing that, automatically maybe I should shop and grab that. All right, so that was number 2. Number 3, when we talk about nudge marketing, and of course, as you're tuning in right now, definitely welcome to Coach Steele's Finance Training, as we are talking about nudge marketing and the effects that it has on you spending money. And if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business owner, how you can use nudge marketing to your advantage. So one of the third concepts is urgency and scarcity. I think you can understand urgency and scarcity, how they use a scarcity of an item to get you to buy. There's nothing like a little urgency to make a customer act fast. Limited time offers or stock countdowns can push consumers to make decisions before the opportunity is gone, significantly influencing their purchase behavior. Limited time offer, stock countdowns. We only have 10 items left. That countdown on the clock, you have 5 hours left till we close this deal. The countdown on your cart, abandonment pop-up, classic nudge. You know how it is. They say, hey, because we don't want to go through the process of finding those items again and put them into our cart. So if there's a countdown there, then it makes you rush, and there's a sense of urgency to hurry up and buy. Yeah, so if you're listening to them right now, just type in hurry up and buy. That's what they want us to do. It's a classic nudge. It makes customers feel the pressure to act now. I don't want to look for this stuff again. I don't want to have to find it and put it back in my cart, because they could go without a countdown, but then you would be least likely to run that credit card on there and buy those items. And so that's number 3, urgency and scarcity. Here's another interesting one, framing. It's all about framing. As your entrepreneurs, as your business owners, it's all about how you frame a deal. That is very, very important when you get clients, when you get customers, potential customers to buy. When we look at framing, it's how a choice is presented can have a huge impact on decision making. This is where framing come in, presenting options in a way that influence the final choice. Instead of offering a product for $20, neutral frame, you could frame it as save $10 was $30. See, now right there, I think I got a deal. When it says it's $20, neutral frame, oh, okay, that's just the norm. There's nothing special about it. Nothing sticks out. It doesn't touch my heart. Now, you could frame it as save $10 was $30. Now I'm getting it at $20. Now the $20 feels like a blessing. Now the $20 feels like you cared and you gave me a deal. $20, oh, I should act now, because later on this thing that I think that I want or could need or use, it might be up higher. So I'm getting a deal right now. So I should act quicker. People are more likely to view the deal as a bargain when framed as a discount tailored to the target audience. This is so good. So some of you business owners, you may just be doing neutral frames and you don't realize. Frame that bad boy a little bit different. Tell them to save $5, $10. Was $30. Come get this deal at $20. Now, at the same time, this thing that they're buying for $20 still may be a great deal. Sometimes people may need framing just for them to come get their blessing. But at the same time, as you go through this season, holiday season, and you're buying, don't allow framing to cause you to overspend because you thought you got a deal. It's not a deal if it doesn't work with your current budget. It's not a deal if it's going to take you into debt. Now, last one, number 5. We're making great time on today and appreciate you all for tuning in and keeping up with what we're doing. Number 5, when it comes to nudge marketing, commitment devices. This technique encourages customers to make small commitments, not too big, just small commitments that eventually lead to larger actions. It's a form of self-persuasion. I've already taken the first step, so why not take the next step? Baby steps. We get you comfortable. We get you used to. We get you familiar. So, for example, fitness apps like Strava or MyFitnessPal ask users to track their workouts or food habits daily. After a few entries, users are more likely to continue using the app because they've already made a commitment. I started using the app. I got another great example. So those of you who are business owners and entrepreneurs, sometimes we have to track our miles. We have to track when our miles were used for our business or whether they were personal. Business or personal miles, right? Because we want to take that information, give them to our tax advisor or our tax preparer, and use them as tax write-offs to benefit us. But when you look at those different apps, some of those apps are free, right? And then some of them are free up to a certain amount of miles. And so you can enjoy using that app. I think I got 2 different ones on my phone. But once you hit a certain mileage, they will say, okay, now if you want us to track any more, you have to pay for it. But they take baby steps to get us in the door to use the app, and then they drop the hook and they reel us on in. So now I'm getting a subscription because the app is trying to show its value and its worth, and I already got used to using it anyway. So why not give them that extra $10, $15, $20 a month? So that's using that commitment device to get us all the way in the rest of the way. So those are the 5 steps, guys, when we talk about nudge marketing. Of course, there's nudge theory and the goal of nudge marketing, which of course is for us to make money as business owners, entrepreneurs, and people who provide services. And so it's trying to get or influence customers' behavior in a way that feels natural and beneficial to the customer, without forcing their hand. It helps guide users towards the desired action by removing friction and subtly encouraging positive decisions. It feels natural. It's intuitive. It's beneficial to the customer. And so it feels like the right thing because you made the right decision, and it comes from nudging. And so you have to be careful with nudge marketing because it can be used to help someone. Like, let's say someone is dealing with weight loss and they're struggling with it. And there's a company doing nudge marketing to get them to buy weight loss products or services. Well, if they use nudge marketing to help that person who's struggling with weight loss and they're having health issues because of it, and that person buys that product and they improve their physical health, then guess what? Nudge marketing was used in a great way to create positive influence. But sometimes nudge marketing may be used to get you to buy something, and it can be predatory, something that you don't need to spend money on, and it may not be beneficial for you. Sometimes nudge marketing can backfire, absolutely, if your nudge feels manipulative or deceptive. Consumers will notice and may lose trust in your brand. The key is subtlety and transparency. And so nudge marketing isn't just for big brands, guys. It's for smaller brands as well. And so as you study nudge marketing, if you're an entrepreneur listening in on today, make sure you learn to have good ethics with your nudge marketing, a good code of conduct, and the fact that you're not being predatory, but you're nudging people in a way that will benefit them and that you can provide a quality service. Should you give items away for free and not make any money in your business? No, because then you won't have a business too long. So you need to be wise with your pricing, with your framing, and things like that, of that nature. But anyway, It's been about 35 minutes, and I appreciate each and every person for tuning in on today to Coach Steele's Finance Training. Normally, I do go live 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone, but earlier today, I had a great opportunity to talk to a group of high school students, 9th through 12th grade, talking to them about financial literacy. I did not want to miss out on that opportunity to have that speaking engagement with those young people. If you have an organization, a ministry, a church, a company, you name it, a fraternity, a sorority, and you need someone to come talk to them about financial literacy, then feel free to connect with me and we can work something out. That way I can reach out to that group as well, and we can have a conversation about financial literacy. If you need to reach me, then it's pretty simple. Go to my website. Let's see here. Share the screen, and I'll show you the website. Go to my website and reach out to me. There's some contact information on there. And let's see if it comes up for you in the next second or two. It should pop up. And go to this website, and you can click on speaker request right there. And of course, there's contact information there as well, but you can click on speaker request or contact, and we'll go forward from there. And let's have a conversation about financial literacy with your group, and let's engage. It'll be awesome. So that way, the circle of people around you, the people that you know, are also actively engaged in a conversation about financial literacy, and we can make progress and grow together. Once again, make sure you are subscribed to Coach Steele's Finance Training. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on Facebook under my name, Simon Steele. And pretty soon, because we're getting close to that number, I will be doing a $50 giveaway when we get to the next 100 people on the YouTube channel that have signed up. We are about 20 people away. So therefore, lead people in that direction. We'll get closer to that $50 giveaway. Anybody have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out to me. It's been a blessing having you on today. Remember, get a high yield interest savings account. That link is in the description box for a high yield interest savings account. And also, if you do have a home mortgage and you're trying to eliminate that debt and pay off that mortgage fast, there's also a link in there, a video and information you can watch about eliminating your home mortgage fast. The average person using that system and that strategy with accelerated banking, you usually eliminate that 30-year mortgage in about 5 to 7 years. Some people a little more, some people a little less. Either way, it's better than 30 years. You all be blessed and have an awesome day.